His sold-out crowd is on its feet tonight here in St. Louis, Missouri.
These fans are so excited, I'm having a hard time staying in my own seat myself.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started. Great reversal. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the dead man's been there for a long, long time.
That might be true, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake, and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I got to admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE. He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter.
He saw that one coming. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too.
I tell you, I've got no patience for a superstar who pulls that kind of thing. Quit playing possum and wrestle. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody wins so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said.
What kind of moron falls for an obvious trick like that?
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Sabu might be one of the most exciting and dangerous superstars on the ECW roster.
Sabu's not a superstar. He's an extremist. He's a stunt man. He's a one-man train wreck. You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that. Half of the Undertaker style is about getting inside his opponent's head. If you can keep your cool in the ring with him, you got a chance.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience of the dead man. You can't forget about that.
Of course you can. The man's a legend. That's why I didn't bother mentioning it. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too pressed, he's got him covered.
1, 2.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
Oh, look at that. He's bleeding like a stuck pig.
I can't tell if that's a cut or a broken nose, but either way, the referee might need to stop this fight.
The ref's not going to stop the match. It's just a little blood. Be a man, would you?
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. Tombstone Piledriver. He's 3 seconds away from victory. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. I don't think there's anything that Sabu wouldn't do to an opponent if he thought it would win him the match.
Well, what did you expect? He comes from ECW where the only rules are there are no rules.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle. An injured superstar is like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
That's absolutely right. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponents think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
The Undertaker's got an impressive history here in WWE, but you're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that? The dead man has proven himself time and time again.
Undertaker has earned his rep, no doubt about it, but you got to know when to call it a day. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you could sit here and even imply that The Undertaker might be a has-been. That could be hazardous to your health.
Maybe that's why I didn't come out and say it then. I'm just saying the thing about being at the top is there's nowhere to go but down. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years. His opponent might not have enough left to kick out. Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, that's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight.
I cannot remember the last time I've seen a crowd this pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. And there's the pin.
1, 2, 3.
This capacity crowd is certainly getting...
Here's your winner, The Undertaker.